Hello everyone, welcome again to Excel Corners, a channel with a vision to equip its followers with advanced knowledge and skills in Excel. In the previous video, we talked about secrets hidden in Excel user interface. Today, we're going to start detailing functions of each Excel tab, and we are starting with File tab. At the end of this video, we'll tell you key shortcuts related to File tab. Let's now see features composing this File tab. Here we have 11 File tab features, which are Info, New, Open, Save, Save As, Print, Share, Export, Close, Account, and Option. At Options, we have more features which are very important. There are General, Formula, Proofing, Save, Language, Advanced, Customize Ribbon, Quick Access Toolbar, Add-ins, and Trust Center. So right away, let's look at the first, which is Info. It is this one. It is selected by default. You see this screen. On the left side, you have properties, size, title, categories, related dates, last modified, created, last printed, related people, and related documents. On the right side, we have workbook protection, check for issues, manage versions, and browser view options. Here to workbook protection, this is where we go when we want to protect our file or our documents using a password. Or we can grant access to people, but we don't allow them to edit, copy, or print the document. Down here at checking for issues, this is where we go when we want to inspect the file to assess if there are hidden information, properties, or issues which may cause us problems while we are manipulating the file. There might be hidden columns, rows, hidden sheets, or other issues which may disturb us. At manage versions, here we go there, either to delete unsaved files or to recover unsaved files. Down here, this is where we go to decide how the file or the document will appear in the browser when we share it on the web. Next is New. So this New has two important parts. The first one is this blank workbook, and the second one is these templates. So let's look at this first one. We click on it. You see it's a blank page, and this is what we use to make a new file. If we want to make a new document, we come here, then we enter data or whatever we want, then we save our file, we give it a name, then we are done. We may choose to save it at the desktop and so forth. So next is these templates, like I said, And these are templates or formats Microsoft has designed for specific purposes. While working with them, you don't need to write or to enter formulas or functions because they're already built in. So we can't talk about them all. Let's pick an example. This first one, we click on it. It is called loan amortization schedule. So we can need this when, for example, we want to request for a loan from a bank, and we would like to know how much we will be paying on a monthly basis and how much total interest we will have paid after paying off the whole loan. So let's suppose we want to request a loan from BK, the lender. The bank called BK. Assume we want 20 million Rwandan francs. At interest rate of 18%. The period is 5 years. Then we'll pay on monthly basis, that is 12 installments per year. Then the start date, let's assume that we'll start to pay on the 1st of December this year. So we are done. All calculations have auto-calculated. Here we have the summary. We'll be paying around 500,000 per month, and total interests will be 10 million on the loan of 20 million. So let's move to the next. It is open where we have two parts. This one is a recent workbooks or files. You can open any by just clicking on it. If I click on this one, it will open. Then next is this one with drive, computer, and add a place. This one, OneDrive. This is a personal cloud or online storage space that Microsoft offers. It has the particularity of being unlimited, which means you store there any amount of data you have. To use it, you should first have an account with Microsoft Office. So saving data on OneDrive is saving your data on Microsoft computer server. So go here. If you have an account, you'll sign in, then you'll access your files. At computer, it is this computer we have. You go there, then you may search for files or documents at the desktop or browse here. Here you can add any other place you want, and you go in. Next is save. We use save when we want to save updated information in the existing file. For save as, it's when you want to save a file with another name. The next is print. Print is very important because it has a lot of features to know. And the first one is the number of copies. We can increase it or keep just one. Then we select the printer we need. We maybe configure two different printers. Then we select the one we are now using. Next is the sheets we want to print. Here you see we have three options: active sheets, entire book, or print selection. So when we select or choose to print the active sheets, it means it is just this sheet we are on. But if we select the entire book, we'll print all the sheets in the file. Then the last option is select is print the selection. The area where we select on a page is just what will be printed out. Next is to restrict the pages we want to print. We may choose to print from page 3 to page, let's say, 6. Next is the sides of the paper or the page we want to print. We may choose to print on one side of the page or both sides of the page. Next is collation. Here, collated means if you want to print, let's say, 3 copies, you will print. The order pages will go out is that you will first print the first copy, then the second copy, then the third copy. But for uncollated, you will print page 1 for the first copy, page 1 for the second copy, and page 1 for the third copy. Page 2 for the first copy, page 2 for the second copy, and page 2 for the third copy, and so forth. Page orientation. At page orientation, you may choose portrait, it's more vertical, or landscape, which is more horizontal. You see how it changes. Then letter size, we may choose any of these one. See how it changes. They are different. Then page margins, you may choose narrow margin. You see how it looks like, wide margin or normal margin. But you have also an option to customize the margin. We come here, then we manipulate right, left, header, top, and so forth. Then you click OK. Finally, scaling. With scaling, you have 3 options: fit sheet on one page, fit all columns on one page, or all rows on one page. Here it's when you have columns which are away from the page to print. Then you may choose to fit them all in. Next is share. At share, we want to share our documents. We may share via email, or we invite people on our account to the cloud. The cloud, as I said, is space Microsoft offers at their servers. Export. With export, we want to give a particular format to our document. Here, options are PDF or other files, type here. Then close. Close is just leaving the file or going away from the file. It's like hitting on escape. Then account. With account, you want to sign in to your Microsoft account and access files saved on cloud or Microsoft server, and you are able to see files shared on cloud by others. Come here, then you sign in, then you navigate through your account. Here you can also change the color or the theme of your office. Here you see how it changes to green, how it changes to dark. And here we have information about our Excel version. You see here it is 2013. Now finally to the most important one, options. This part is the most important one, as I said, and it has a lot to be learned. It helps manipulate the Excel setting and solve the most complicated Excel problems. Briefly, if you can understand functionalities of all this, you are very much needed by Excel users. In this video, we will not detail each options because there is a specific video for that. Let's just go through them briefly. So starting by general here, it talks about general settings of Excel, and here we have different options. We will not talk about them all, but we'll pick just one. Let me give you an example here. You can change the screen tip style. Let me first don't show them and hit OK. So you see nothing appears. I hover here, then nothing appears. You see there is nothing. But if I change and choose this one, you will see the difference. You see the message which pops up, and the message explains how the command works. I come here, the same, here the same, here the same. That's what called screen tip styles. So we may manipulate this part by changing things, but let's not go into details here. We can move here at formula. Let's give this example. Let's uncheck this formula autocomplete, then hit OK. If we want to calculate, let's give an example. Here we are populating figures, and we want to calculate the sum. So if we enter equal sign, then sum. You see nothing comes. But let's go back there and check that option. You see, I put sum and something has come. You see, the formula has auto-completed. Now I can do this. Then I hit enter and we find the sum. But previously nothing was showing up. Let's note that these settings are not just for Excel, they are for Microsoft Office. This means they are for Excel, Word, and PowerPoint, and even others. That's why we will not go to this proofing, because proofing is almost specific for Word. It is where it works well. We can just explain how it works or what it's meant for. These are rules related to writing error, automatic correction, or checking. While we are typing or writing things, Excel or Microsoft Office have a setting to autocorrect while writing. So let's go here. This is save. It's about rules of automatic saving or data recovery. Let's, for example, show this. You see, we may decide how many minutes our data will auto-save. We may make 10, 12, or 20 according to our wish. We may choose where our data will be saved by default. We may disable auto recovery for only this book, and so forth. Then language, here we can add any language we want. Let's, for example, we are in Arabian countries, we may want to add Arabic. And we click on add. Let's now move to advanced. This is very important also. Here we may choose this example. If we uncheck this, let's choose from this drop down. Normally, when we hit enter, it moves down. But let's put this and you see. So I put numbers here. But let me hit enter and you see that it is moving instead of going down, because I chose to put up there. May also we have a lot of options here. You may choose not to show the formula bar. You see here the formula bar has disappeared. We may disable this quick analysis option. For example, let me put figures here. You see nothing show up here because I've disabled the quick analysis option. But if I go there and check it, you see things, you see something here. This is the quick analysis toolbox. Back here at customize ribbon, here we want to add tabs on the ribbon. For example, we may choose this one, then we add it. We first add a group, then it is addable, then you hit OK. It is there now. At quick access toolbar, like I said, the quick access toolbar is where I find the mostly used commands. So we may customize it. Let me put also this center. I just click on it, then I add it, then I click OK. With the add-ins, these are important tools we may need, but you don't have them on the ribbon. We hit on add-in, then you go here, then you may choose, let me choose for example this one, then hit OK. When I hit OK, it is now there. And finally, trust center. In this trust center, this is where we go to find settings to ensure security and privacy of data or our computer. There are times we may use it when certain documents refuse to open and yet we need it. But for now, we will not manipulate it for the sake of the security of our computer and the privacy. So let's move now and see key shortcuts to use. So the first is Ctrl+O. Ctrl+O. If we click Ctrl+O, we open a document. We want to open documents here, and so forth. Another one is Ctrl+Save. Ctrl+S for save. Ctrl+S. If I Ctrl+S, I want to save this document. I do this and I select, I give it a name, then I hit OK. Next is Ctrl+P. I want to print this page. I do this, then this option is for printing come. Then finally, Ctrl+N for a new worksheet. You see, a new worksheet has come. We thank you for watching and we invite you for the next video on details of file options elements. We'll make a video on details of each file options element, and please remember to subscribe and click on the notification button in order to be always informed when you upload a new video. Bye.